Before anything existed, stars, planets, trees, or even people, there was only God. He didn't use tools, machines, or magic. He simply spoke, and everything came to life. This is the story of how God created the world from the Bible, taken from Genesis chapter 1 and 2. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth had no shape and was empty. Darkness covered the deep waters, and God's Spirit was there, moving over it. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good. He separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day and the darkness night. That was the first day. Then God said, "Let there be space between the waters to separate them." So God made the sky to divide the waters above the waters below. God called the space sky. That was the second day. Then God said, "Let the waters under the sky come together, so dry ground can appear." And it happened. God called the dry ground land, and the water seas. He saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land grow plants, trees, flowers, and food of every kind." The land did just that, and God saw it was good. That was the third day. Then God said, "Let lights appear in the sky to separate day from night. Let them shine on the earth to make seasons, days, and years." God made two great lights, the sun to rule the day, and the moon to rule the night. He also made the stars. He placed them in the sky to light the earth, to rule day and night, to separate light from darkness. God saw it was good. That was the fourth day. Then God said, "Let the waters be filled with fish and sea animals, and let birds fly in the sky above the earth." So God created huge sea creatures and every kind of fish and bird. He saw that it was good. God blessed them and said, "Fill the seas, fly all across the sky." That was the fifth day. Then God said, "Let the earth make every kind of animals, wild animals, farm animals, and creatures that crawl on the ground." And God made all the animals, and he saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make people in our own image to be like us. They will rule over the fish, birds, animals, and all the earth." So God created people in his own image, male and female. He created them. God blessed them and said, "Have children and fill the earth. Take care of it and rule over the animals, the birds, and the sea creatures." Then God said, "Look, I give you every seed-bearing plant and tree for food, and I give green plants as food for the animals and birds." And it was so. God looked at everything he had made, and it was very good. That was the sixth day. So the heavens and the earth and everything in them were finished. On the seventh day, God had completed his work, so he rested. God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because it was the day he rested from all the work of creation. This is the story of how the Lord God created the heavens and the earth. Before any plants or flowers had grown, the land hadn't sent rain yet, and there was no people to work the land. But water came up from the ground and watered the whole earth. Then the Lord God formed a man from the dust of the ground. He breathed the breath of life into the man's nose, and the man became a living person. The Lord God planted a beautiful garden in a place called Eden. That's where he put the man he had made. The Lord made all kinds of trees grow in the garden, trees that were beautiful and had tasty fruit. In the middle of the garden, he placed a tree of life and a tree of knowledge, good and evil. A river flowed out of Eden to water the garden, and from there it separated into 4 rivers. The Lord God put the man in the Garden of Eden to take care of it. He told the man, "You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, except for one, the tree of knowing good and evil. If you eat from that tree, you will surely die." Then the Lord God said, "It's not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper who is just right for him." So the Lord formed all the wild animals and birds and brought them to the man to see what he would name them. The man gave names to all the animals and birds, but none of them were quite right as a helper for him. So the Lord God made the man fall into deep sleep. While he was sleeping, God took one of the man's ribs and closed the skin back up. Then the Lord made a woman from the rib and brought her to the man. The man said, "At last, she is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. I will call her woman, because she was made out of man." This is why a man leaves his father and mother and is joined to his wife, and the two became one. The man and his wife were both naked, but they felt no shame. And that is the full story of how God made the world and the very first people. God made Adam and Eve to live with him in a beautiful garden and take care of all he had created. Everything was good, and they were close to God. But soon, this story would take a big turn. Hello, I'm Grandpa Bourne, the narrator of Tell Me the Bible Story. I hope you enjoy episode 1 of the Bible story. If you did, please like and subscribe or follow the page so you'll be notified every time a new episode is released. Thank you for watching. May the Lord bless you.